Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Balatro for our second day of post-patch attempts here. I was messing around with the plasma deck a little bit. I think for actual gold stake runs, let's start today with the ghost deck. We didn't try this at all last episode. I like the ghost deck a lot. A hex card is good. Spectral cards can sometimes just like the right spectral card showing up in the shop at the right moment can just blow your run wide open. So let's hope that happens to us a little bit here. I'm definitely not skipping a blind for an uncommon joker that we may not even want to pick up. I think we're probably working on this straight, right? Okay, it's not it's not exactly coming together. Wow, it's really not coming together. Okay, not a great start for the run, if I'm honest. I mean, I think it makes sense to just keep going for it rather than trying to like switch off to pursuing a flush that we only have 3 cards of. There we go. Unfortunately, with the straight being this low, even with the 15 chips we already have, it's not gonna get us clear. So yeah, this is actually just like a really bad start. Can I get a heart flush on top of it maybe? Nope. But we can hit another straight. That was a terrible opening round. Didn't even make a single dollar, so we can't get interest. But one of the changes that they made in the patch is that you always get a base price buffoon pack in your first shop, and you start with enough money to open that. So let's see if we get okay, well, you know, I don't hate seeing double. Like, this is one that's pretty easy to satisfy. I don't feel too bad about having this as an eternal. And if we're gonna have it forever, we may as well polychrome it. Honestly, I don't think that's that bad of a start. Okay, so 4 cards toward the club flush. Obviously, a club flush doesn't play ideally with seeing double. But even so, that ended up being worth 426 points just off the polychrome. And I guess go for the other flush as well. We do not want to be in a playing flushes place with this deck. This is not what seeing double is for. Okay, early vampire. You know, honestly, like, I'm pretty torn here between pulling the jumbo buffoon pack or grabbing Grim and just trying to convert to an ace deck as quickly as possible. I really do like Grim. Let's take that and hold on to $2. Clubs are debuffed. Okay, so we want to be building straights, pairs, full houses, that kind of stuff. How to best make that happen from this set of cards? And I mean, like, most straights will give us the opportunity for seeing double at least. I don't know. Will seeing double trigger if club cards are debuffed? Because it's not an ability of the card and it's not reliant on the card itself. I'm actually not sure. I kind of want to just discard around just to try to find out. Let's see if we can get a jack in here. We can. Okay, let's test it just out of curiosity. No, okay, we get the polychrome, but we don't get the other trigger. Now that there are no aces in our hand, let's do this. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to destroy an ace. They come out and they're both clubs somehow. That's fine. We'll just play this full house and get going. You know, the polychrome itself will carry us a little bit. Obviously, it would be really great to get some flat mult in here. And we're not going to do it off of this shop. I don't think we're interested in... No, not that tag. It's too hard to engineer full houses. Starting around this, like, 4, 6, 7, 8, though, I think... You maybe make something happen. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 with a club. Yeah, that's not bad. And then from there, we're playing around like the pair of 9s. We don't really need too much juice. And we already have club and not club. What's there still a lot of in the deck? Aces, of course. Yeah, let's do this. All right, is 2 pair sufficient? I have no idea. Imagine how smoothly this would be going if we had any mult. I do like the the new square joker. I think what's the next? The next one's only 1,500. We can hit 1,500 without any more jokers. We're not in a place where we need to panic just yet. But it's coming though. I'm a little nervous. I guess we could like try to make the low straight occur here. Okay, cool. Good enough. 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably hold on to clubs. Make sure there's 1 club in the scoring hand. Yeah, okay, cool. And then again, there's 3 5s left. Two pairs probably not sufficient. Actually, wow, okay. It was exactly good enough. So I'm a little worried here, and I'm thinking maybe we do want to reroll. I'd feel so much better if we had a joker. This is not a good joker, but it is a joker that will give us at least some mult to multi-mult. And we're already trying to reach for clubs all the time, so what's my boss? Base chips and mult are halved is not like super scary. I'm gonna take this. I guess it doesn't matter where that sits because its effect happens during scoring. But yeah, we'll take that. I think that'll hopefully be good enough. So let's see here. We could build around like the 4, 5, 6, 8 kind of thing here. Maybe I hold the 10 as well. Well, the 10's not scoring without drawing like a 7 and a queen, or a 7 and a 9. Like, yeah, I think dropping the 10 makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. 8, 7, 6, 5. Let's hold on to a club. Well, okay, but now our clubs are directly increasing the value of the hand. Honestly, that's still not very good. That's a really disappointing showing there. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess take all the hearts. Like if we're gonna spend some of our hearts, we may as well spend as many as possible. Yeah, this is still harrowing. Like we really, I mean, I understand we're losing some value from the flint, but we desperately need a source of real mult. So that was just barely 180 last time, right? Let's see, there's 2 of everything, so I guess, yeah, just like pull a random card out. Okay. Yeah, this is a little harrowing. I mean, the Saturn helps for sure. I am going to take that actually. We don't get any value off of a mime, and I'm like, we're low enough on. Ugh, the pillar. We're low enough on money that I really don't want to like re-roll looking for stuff, but I'm really worried that we're going to find ourselves unable to beat these blinds pretty soon. All right. Well, I mean, okay, we'll hold on to it for a while. Again, we certainly can't re-roll again. But starting to get a little desperate. Starting to feel a little desperate here. getting good value off of that. I don't think I want rental popcorn. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we probably don't need. Do I want a holo tag? Like, guaranteeing plus 10 molt would actually be really great for us, but there is every chance that the Joker will have like 2 stickers on it and just not be usable or playable. I've already forgotten what I was saying. It can't have been that important. Which I know because I am the one who was saying it. Okay, well that does sort of turn me away from a straight a little bit. I don't feel like we have enough aces yet to be like actively pursuing the X of a kind. So maybe we do keep trying for the straight, actually. Okay, ace, king, queen, jack, 10. The Saturn is definitely a big deal. It matters a bunch. That's a little heartbreaking. The perishable blackboard. I think we're gonna rip this jumbo spectral pack. I'm pretty much always excited to see a big spectral pack. So I really wish we had a good Joker, like another good Joker, because we could hex a second Joker and it can't destroy our seeing double because it's eternal. We could hit a Ouija here and just try to get into an X of a kind deck. Plays pretty well with seeing double as long as we make sure that at least a couple of them are clubs. Although it is worth noting, there is only a single club in this hand. I think that makes more sense than playing any of the rest of these cards. Like, don't get me wrong, I hate 7 cards in hand, but... So that puts us on 12 jacks. Only 2 of them are clubs. That's the thing we're going to want to remedy somehow. But it gives us some strategy. It gives us some aim. We do not have one of the club jacks in hand. So I'm going to spend my discards trying to find either just a 5th jack or club jack. Either one would be fun. Yeah, that's still pretty good. And then... by doing this, just hoping to find more jacks and aces? I guess so. Yeah, that works out. Now, I complained plenty about what a nightmare it is to play with only 7 cards. And I've just put myself back there willingly, which may seem deeply foolish, but that's only because it is. This thing is pretty likely to pay itself off. Like, they changed it so the poker hand that it's looking for changes at the end of every round rather than every time you fire it, which means if you get it onto a bad one, you can just wait and it'll roll over. But it also means that if you get it onto an easy one like high card, you can potentially score it multiple times in a round for very cheap. And also, it's got chips on it. We can make that work. We can get some value out of that. All right, so let's use a hand or 2 on high card while we're just like trying to find what we're looking for. Okay, that's a good start. Okay. Real hands from here. Pretty important, I think. All right, we have 2 discards left, so let's just try to make some aces and jacks stuff come through. Okay, and one of them's a club. Okay, turned into straight flush. If we were to sell it right now, we've already profited $2, so it would be a total of a $5 profit. So I feel pretty good about the the decision to purchase it, at the very least. Let's crack some packs open here, see what we can get. We do have the ability to turn some stuff, including a jack, to clubs, but we could also just take $19. I think I'm just going to take $19 here. This sets us up pretty well economy-wise for a while. Green Joker over Obelisk I think is kind of a no-brainer. I have not been very positive about the Green Joker in the past, but it's certainly better than Obelisk. I mean, like, there's probably there's good ways to use any of them, of course. Do I want to replace Blue Joker? It's good for one more round. Smiley Face is definitely more interesting since we've converted to a deck full of jacks. Let's take that on. It's certainly not a thing we want to hold on to forever, but some more reliable flat mult for our multi-multers to hit. What we would really like is another source of multi-mult, especially if we could get something that's a little bit higher value. And we could buy seed money after the next blind, if indeed we are buying it at all. Alright, so straight flush, probably not happening. Let's play garbage hands instead of discarding garbage hands for the purpose of Green Joker. And we want to play as many hands as possible to get Green Joker leveling, but we knew that one wasn't going to finish things. There's 3 7s left in the deck. Like, we want to get rid of these 2 more. But if we don't draw some jacks or aces here, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Okay, 3 of a kind's probably gonna cut it. Gosh, I hope so. Nope, just barely. If there had been a club in there. Okay, well, I don't think that was a terrible run. Let's just give it another go. I liked a lot of the things about that. Ugh, early pillars, a real nightmare. So this will give us access to a larger number of jokers in total. I think it's worth skipping the blind for a D6 tag. One thing I don't know, I guess I'm actually realizing now, is whether you always get a buffoon pack in the shop at the end of the first blind, or whether it's always a buffoon pack in the first shop you go into. You know, if we skipped our guaranteed pack, I guess we won't know either way, but we'll know if there isn't a buffoon pack in here. But if there is, that doesn't necessarily prove anything. I guess if we're pursuing a flush here, it makes the most sense to go after the diamond one. That's the highest total value. Yeah, that works out okay. And almost got a straight. Almost got a straight a couple of times. There's still 4 10s in the deck. There's still 4 4s in the deck. Yeah, you just have to pick one and hope. Okay. I was rewarded. Okay, so we do get a buffoon pack. Honestly, I like erosion a lot. And rental's not a thing you can't cope with. It's not like perishable where you have to get rid of it eventually. Your economy can just be bad, or you can just like devote an economy slot to dealing with it for a while or whatever. I kind of want to take the erosion. It's not even... Part of the problem is it's not even good yet, right? Let's hit this buffoon pack, see what comes up. Getting to fire trading card 5 times. Paying off its own rental. I'm gonna take this. I intentionally was not buying the erosion first because I was like, well, we can hex whatever the other Joker is or whatever because the erosion's permanent. But we obviously don't want to use our hex on a perishable card. That's going to be rough on our money, but I think I'm inclined to take the erosion. And then, like, do I also want to open this Arcana pack? Probably not. There's no way to, like, make money here, right? Because these are both rental, they have a sell price of $1. So Temperance would be no good here. Hermit would be no good here. So basically, we would be opening the Arcana pack, only hoping for Hanged Man, and the odds of getting one are just not good enough. We'll do a free reroll here. We will not see anything of particular interest. I actually don't think I will spend another $1. Yeah, okay. It's a weird one for sure. So we just have a full house here. I guess I'm discarding this 6. We'll just burn that. There we go. +4 mult. We're doing it. We're living the dream. It actually is really significant. And then we are 1 card off of a flush. And we do not find it. And we keep looking. I mean, there's a fair number of diamonds. A lot of them are debuffed, but there is a fair number of them in there. Alright. Debuffed is fine. We're going to fly way past our goal. Our economy is going to be not so great for a minute here. Yep, I think we're just going to push onward. Polychrome tag is funny, not necessary. So like, what am I trying to do here? I have no idea. I really do want to be getting rid of low cards, I think. What was the card I took out was a club. Okay. I don't have the choice of getting another card of the same suit out. Am I just playing the 2 pair? Am I, like, we don't really have a straight to work toward exactly. Nor a club, nor a flush, rather. Yeah, no, this hand is just kind of like nothing except a 2 pair. We'll do it like this and hope to draw like low straight stuff. But yeah, by the time we're done, this is 20 mult. And then, of course, it can just climb higher as we continue to sculpt. Like, actually, I don't think we're in a bad place. Ace 2, 3. Or, like, if we could draw a king, we have already played 2 of our kings. One thing that I do like about this, though, is that it's playing toward maybe you draw a king and hit the straight. Maybe you draw, like, 9, 8. Or maybe you draw clubs. It gives us a lot of options. We don't hit terribly hard here, but we drop 2 pair, and that leaves us with just a bunch of clubs in hand. Okay, temporary abstract joker, probably not worth a buy. I think I just don't, yeah, I think I just don't spend here. We're doing just fine. We don't need to be in a big hurry. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we want to try to make a straight around the jack to 9? Let's say yes. Okay, let's get there. It really is so nice just to have like a little bit, just a decent amount of flat mult early on. Absolutely worth the trouble. The talisman will almost pay itself off immediately, but only almost, which is kind of annoying. That said, even though our money's in a bad place, we're about to lose this voucher, and it's just like it feels really bad to me not to take Grabber, so I think we're going to. Yeah. Grabber's really good. Obviously, if your deck is like going off, you want to be in a place where you're winning in a single hand all the time, but we are not in that place yet, so I guess it makes sense to use the heart. Yeah, we're doing good work here. All right, we come out very slightly positive with nothing to really spend it on. Once we're done with the trading card, we will just end up hexing the erosion. I guess I'm discarding another 6. So we lost 2 6s there, right? Which is going to make low straights pretty awkward. Yeah, just like this low part of our deck really took a hit, but that's fine. I think we're just pursuing a flush here. That's cool. We get to hold on to a portion of a straight flush. And it actually has almost come up. Like, let's find out. Let's see if we can get there. The 7 of spades is already out of the deck, sadly. Okay, this is draw 7 or queen, and the queen of spades is still around. Okay, we'll just have to accept just a normal straight instead. Although actually I should have played that as a spade flush. We had spade flush, and that is worth more total. Alright, sell you. So as much as I love Grim, Grim will undo part of our erosion at this point. It is a good card. I don't know. What are we about to walk into? Big blind and then the wheel. I think I'm just gonna hold money for the moment. All right, Queen Jack 10. Do we want to discard like this so that we hit a straight immediately off of the 9 or the king? I always hate like shorting the number of cards we're discarding. It feels bad not to get the maximum number of swings, but when it increases your flexibility for a hit that much, it's probably right. I actually don't know. I'm not actually doing the math. It's a very much a vibes-based approach to Balatro. All right, it sure would be cool to hit that 7. Wow, even that was worth 500. Okay, I can accept this. This is fine. Yeah, show me something. You know, temporary popcorn. That's fine. It'll keep us going. So this is Ace, King, Queen. I might just play this, and if it turns out to be a pair, oh well. Yeah, I don't feel too bad about that. It's still actually a lot of chips. And then here we have an easy flush. And sadly, since there's no levels, a flush is slightly better than a straight for us, chips-wise. Yeah, like this economy thing, our economy is not that bad. +1 hand size, definitely welcome. We'll take this too, to give us a little bit more a little bit more juice. Ooh, that negative tag is interesting. Unfortunately, that will necessitate us skipping the shop in which we would buy the +1 hand size. I don't know if I think that's actually good. Alright, let's try to find this straight. Pretty cool, pretty good. We really do need to get rid of some more cards. Sadly, and of course this is like part of the tension of the pick, that's not a cheap thing to do. You know, you want to be popping Arcana decks or Arcana packs all the time and stuff for that, and that costs money, and we certainly have a lot less money than we ordinarily would due to rental shenanigans. At this point, I think high card's gonna do it. I can't believe we didn't see another diamond that whole time. Yeah, so if we play the next round, we probably will make enough money to hit the paintbrush. But like a negative joker, and there are absolutely chances that we would not even chances that we will not even get a negative joker that we can afford to play. But like, negative jokers can be such a gain in power. I think it would be foolish to ignore it. Might just run out as many of the debuffed cards as possible here. Just get this out of the way early. Yeah, it was still 3,000. It's like fine. Then what are we looking for from here? We just played a bunch of spades. We know that, yeah, we know the deck is a little spade light because the second something becomes a debuff suit, we draw all of it reliably. Let's discard here, see which of the straights gets built out more. All right, that works. We could really use some hand level upgrades, honestly. This is gonna come close. It's gonna come closer than I would like. All right, please don't do the thing again. Please show me some diamonds. Yeah, we are gonna need some actual value, and we're gonna need it pretty soon. So there's only a single king remaining. There's a couple of nines. Like, am I putting myself in a place of foolishness by attempting to make this straight work? And what else am I going to do with the hand? Hold on to the tens and try to make like a full house or something. We need one more good hand, and we just have this one draw to find it. I think I'm gonna go for this. Okay, well, very close to a straight flush, but I think this is sufficient to get us over the top, right? Yeah. Scary. That's scary stuff. Let's see what we get a negative of. It's permanent arrowhead for free. I mean, okay, whatever. I don't hate that. It's a free thing. That said, next we just have to make a 25,000, and like we're not going to. I'm gonna pull an Arcana pack out of desperation. We need like a judgment here, and it's got to have a good outcome. I guess you know what, a Hanged Man is also something significant because that gets our erosion up to 28. All right, let's try to play a lot of spades, I guess. This is not a horrible start. Yeah, no, that'll do it. That'll work. All right, so a 5 or a 10, and we're in the clear. Or just another spade, I suppose, will also be fine. Yeah, what if we only played spades? Okay, my banana went extinct the same moment that my popcorn became became a problem. And now I'm terrified. The seltzer is no good. I mean, are we doomed? This is pretty bad. This is a bad moment for them both to fall out. It's scary for sure. Maybe we just try to make the flush happen. Let's see what that looks like. Only 15,000 is what that looks like, and the next hand is not going to be anywhere near that valuable. Yep, this is bad. This is a bad, bad spot. Don't love that. We're trying to make this flush happen, but even if the flush happens, okay, it's a little better. I was gonna say, even if the flush happens, it has no spades in it. We drew into a couple of spades. That will definitely help. Okay, we could make it over the top on this. With these cards, I don't think we're going to. Two pair, no spades is not gonna cut it, I think. We're not losing by much. But losing by a small amount just means that you're like even that much further behind what you would need for the next blind, right? So we're not quite seeing like the gas. We need something. I would love something explosive right off the top here. But all we really need is something solid. We're just having a hard time finding it. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Show me something. When I was young, when I was a kid, my grandmother ran a dance studio. My grandmother owned and operated a dance studio for like local kids. To which I owe my natural dancer's grace, right? I don't know that I want to rent a scary face. Card sharp is... welcome aboard. And at the beginning of a routine, it's extremely common to do a 2-measure count-in. You know, you start the music, or you start the whatever is keeping the beat, and you do 2 measures in, and of course, you know, you assume music is in 4. That's just kind of like culturally, a lot of our music is in 4. So she would always vocalize the last measure of the count-in, and so I've heard over the course of my young life, I heard my grandmother say 5, 6, 7, 8 about 6,000 times. So every time I say it, I hear it echo in my head in her voice. Which is a weird thing. That's not of value to you, the listener, at all. But now you know that. Stencil's fun. I wish it wasn't debuffed. Swashbuckler is not as fun. I mean, it's not nothing, right? It is 3 mult. I really appreciate that the Swashbuckler no longer needs to be on the wrong side of the Jokers. It just counts everything that you own. Yeah, I mean, that's whatever. Right, it's not a great start, but it is a start. Actually, what am I doing? I was going to try to find... I was going to keep the king through 10 and be like, all right, all we need is a 9. Yeah, that's a decent start. Honestly, the pair of 2s might be good enough, but why not go for the straight? Why not throw away the sure thing? Hey, you know what I forgot to do is hex the fucking card sharp before buying Swashbuckler. Well, Swashbuckler's probably not a permanent play anyway. Yeah, we'll end up selling it at some point, so that'll make sense of this. Grim versus Familiar. I mean, y'all know I like a Grim, but Familiar is 3 enhanced cards. And there's certainly a lot of support for face card decks. Yeah, let's hit the Familiar. All right, bummer to see it lose a face card to gain the face cards, but is what it is. All right, we got time to buy this paintbrush. We definitely will want to do that. For right now, let's just forge on. So you want to play things that you theoretically could reproduce. Three of a kind is the thing that I'm probably not just going to like pull another one off the top of the deck, right? But straights, we can reproduce straights. It turns out we would have been able to hit a second three of a kind, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sure. Wait, why would I do that when I could do this? Why would I do that when I could do this? What am I doing? 20 bucks? No, 20 bucks. You gotta hope, right? Every time you gotta hope. I do love to get an early lucky card. I think just keep rolling for the moment. Maybe I should have taken that rare tag. Maybe. So we have 4 spades and 4 clubs in this hand. That's a little bit annoying. We should have the same. Yeah, we have the same number. We haven't modified this deck very much yet. I guess just pick one. We'll go for the clubs. Even just the +3 mult really is, like, it is doing good work. Yeah, I'll keep these, try to build a straight out of whatever comes up. All right, ace through 9 is something. Or jack through 9 rather is something. If I keep this 6, like maybe we're also building towards spade flush. Yeah, we can hit spade flush off of that, and flush is a hand already played this round. Card sharp's weird. It's weird to work with, but it does do the thing, doesn't it? All right, so this is the point where I'm about to lose access to paintbrush. But before I hit paintbrush, do I want to hit the Jumbo Arcana pack, hoping for maybe like a Hermit or something? And at this point, like, we have a Hermit would be cool. Temperance is not so good. I was gonna say we have some improved cards, so Death is potentially interesting. Unfortunately, we didn't pull any of our improved face cards, but we could still turn something into the 6th King or Jack. I think that's maybe what we're gonna do here instead of just taking $5. Let's go Kings. Baron's really good, but I'm not buying a perishable Baron. Especially since our deck's not actually, like, good for it yet. Alright, well, we have 9, 10, King, Queen. Feels wise to work around that. Be really cool to draw the Jack, obviously. Okay. And like Queen 9-8, we're already kind of on our way to a second straight. Yeah, we can work with 9, 8, 10. I could play. Let's see here. We definitely want to get rid of you. If we pull one of our 4 remaining jacks, we are done right away. Cool. And actually, we get to pull it up a little bit. That was less of a slam dunk than I was hoping it was going to be. We need some juice here. Rental plays against bootstraps very badly. Yeah, okay, rip the buffoon pack and just get nothing of value. Really rough. I definitely don't want to keep either of these. I guess I will take the gift card and I think I will sell it immediately. Technically, if we hold on to it, it's like adding the same amount of total value to our pool as it's taking from us, but we don't get that value until we sell all 3 of the jokers, right? Which is not a thing I actually want to do. So I guess let's sell you. And I am very concerned. I'm thinking we are going to lose probably this round. It feels like we're having a lot of trouble like getting something to catch. All right, flushes are, in theory, pretty easy to hit. We should be able to... Wow, we didn't actually draw another... That's crazy. In a hand with only 3 suits, I just kind of assumed we would be there. But nope, we're in one of those 4 and 4 situations. I mean, we could hit a full house and try to full house again for the card sharp. Maybe. Could happen. We got a lot of kings. Come on, something. Well, that is almost something. So there's 3 kings left, 2 4s, and only 25 cards remain. I don't think this is even going to be enough. Yeah. All right, one more. Forgetting to throw the hex up is obviously like an embarrassing mistake there. I do think it was right not to just throw the swashbuckler away, because we actually were like remarkably reliant on the flat mult once we got it. But to be perfectly honest with you, even if I had hexed correctly there, I still don't think that run would have gone anywhere. You are definitely still at the mercy of the shop randomization. Like you need to see something. The game's got to show you stuff, but it's way easier to find your way into like interesting decisions now, at least. Am I doing it? Am I doing the hexed erosion again? It didn't quite work out last time, but it did get us, it got us running for a while. I think it's good. I really do. It's going to mean we're not going to be able to buy this hieroglyph because we're going to be way short on money, but whatever. Now what we need to do is relatively quickly find some way to drop cards out of the deck. We get a bunch of Arcana or whatever. That's almost straight. It's almost a lot of things. All right, well, at this point, high card does it. Yeah, I don't think we do anything right there. That's actually, there's a flush in my hand already. It does suck though, like, you know, we're more reliant on finding a thing quickly now than we were before because of the fact that our economy is not going to develop correctly. We need a little something to push us on. This is the danger of taking an early rental joker. So incantation's gonna make erosion really bad. So I'm not gonna grab it. You know what? I should have skipped this blind. Thinking about it now, because it, like, we don't actually have any benefit to playing cards right now, and we're gonna end up losing more money than we gain on this one. And I could have just skipped and gotten paid for doing so. Yeah, that's an error for sure. I may not be playing my absolute sharpest today. I think there's some evidence to suggest. But it's fine. because we're gonna see an incredible Joker right now that only costs $5. Talisman is not really what I'm looking for. I mean, like, am I doing Arcana packs out of desperation? Yeah, a little bit. None of these do anything, so I'm gonna. Oh, right, you don't take the card. You just use the card immediately. Well, this one gives me $1 back. Wheel of Fortune literally can't affect this Joker. I could have picked up the Jupiter, I suppose. Let's pursue the flush here. Yeah, this run is a little fried, unfortunately. God, there are so many hearts left. The thing is, we're really not, like, it doesn't feel good to go for a flush here, but we're really not on a straight either. And the run's kind of not developing, and we're kind of 50 minutes into the episode. You know what? In the interest of getting another attempt in, I'm going to call this one perhaps a little bit early. Let's just take one more swing, right? Yeah, try to work around Jack 10-9. Boy, it sure would be cool to draw a queen. Maybe we take 2 pair of face cards and try to find our way to the flush. Because that was a large enough hand that it'll serve as the bridge between a decent hand and getting out of the blind. And then we just won't draw a decent hand. That's what'll happen with that. That'll show me. Well, at the very least, I do think that this gets us out of here. It doesn't. Oh no. You know what? Disregard. That didn't happen. Nobody saw that. It was a fever dream. Because it's hot. Because it's hot in here, right? It's making us all hallucinate. No one could possibly have perceived the terrible thing that we all thought we saw there. Oh, you're kidding me. 296. Come on. The cruelty. This is the game saying stop. Go have dinner. Rental green Joker. Like, you could get a green Joker going, right? This is again just like really fucking up our economy. I guess because it's rental, it only costs $1. We can pop the buffoon pack before we make that decision. There's a decent chance the Gross Michelle will just perish before its perishable status runs out. And then it's like, do I want to be paying $3 every... I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. Part of that is that if I had taken it, we'd want to hex it, but we'd have to wait until after the banana ran out. I guess that's not like a big deal to just wait. It feels bad, though. You know how I am about patience. Let's drop these. Looking for queen or 7. Okay, queen will do it. And I'm pretty sure this is going to clear with the banana. So once it's debuffed, I assume the 1 in 6 chance for it to be destroyed at the end of the round will no longer fire. And that's actually a bad thing, right? We do want that to happen because I believe that is the event that makes the Cavendish enter the shop pool. I wonder, would a fully debuffed flush, so 35 times 19. Yeah, a fully debuffed flush would in fact be sufficient, right? It's going to be just over 600? Yeah. Okay. That vanished real quick. That 1 in 6 is using a very different definition of the concepts than the 1 in 4 that we see on like the Skull Joker. I think we're probably opening both of these no matter what. It doesn't really matter which one goes first. Acrobat's good, but again, just like holding a Joker, especially holding a Joker that's not necessarily going to do anything, is a little frustrating. Wii Joker is probably fantastic if you can get some 2s, if you can, you know, make some modifications to your situation. Golden Joker obviously like will extremely pay itself off, but we need Jokers that do stuff. I think we're gonna take this. And we hex it, right? I'm picking a direction. This is the run that we're going to try to force. Well, this shit sucks. I guess I would rather... I'm probably just selling this, right? I mean, like, I want to have another Joker. Maybe it's worth the $3. But we only have to get to 1,000, and we have a polychrome. I don't want to pay the money. Okay. Let's try to score some 2s. We can drop the high end of this. No, seriously. Let's score some 2s. Okay, that's... I mean, that scores a 2. That's something. Plus 8 chips. We're doing it. We're living the dream, everybody. Then... I want to draw 2 so badly. I think we just make it so drawing a 2 is like a really good thing. There are no 2s in my deck. That's so weird. You would have thought that there would be 2s in the deck, you know, on account of the construction of a poker deck. But hey, look, we found one. This is not going to be enough. We're dead. Oh, it's so close too. It was almost out. Yeah, no, we did probably need a source of flat mult. Like, keeping the misprint around was probably the right play. I was driven by fear. Surviving is how you build up your build-up Jokers. And sometimes you just have to pay a price for that. And sometimes that price is $3 every round for the foreseeable future. That's going to be it for us for today. I like this, though. I like the way that it's testing new skills. I have to develop new ways of thinking about the both short and long-term strategies of the game because of the new stickers and stuff. It's good. It's real good changes. That's going to be it for us for today. When you come back next time, we're going to try again. Honestly, I will probably try a couple more runs with the Ghost deck. I'm really enjoying figuring out these starts. And yeah, maybe that'll be the one. There's only one way to know. We'll see you then.